Good morning, guys. It's Kiki here. Welcome back. Today we are starting to film a weekend in my life vlog. I have woken up so bloated, so puffy. Yesterday I had a hay fever flare up. So usually when I have one of those, I have to take a drowsy antihistamine to put me to sleep. At least I can breathe through my nose. My eyes are not swollen and I'm not dripping snot. But I feel a bit lousy the next day. This morning we have one class. I have one class and it's not too hectic, but there's a lot of talking. And to be honest, I'm really drained. Like, I'm still struggling and I've woken up and I'm really bloated. And I feel very, like, a lot of water retention. I feel very puffy. But that is the reality. It's a reality of life, and when you have thyroid, malfunctioning thyroid pretty much, and you know, you're full-time business owner and a mom and a renovator, and I wouldn't change it though. I do love my life. I am very grateful for what we have, but some days like this you just want to laze in bed and do absolutely nothing. But we are ready to go, and my clip is not clipping back. Anyways, so what we're gonna do today, we're gonna tackle, first I'm having my coffee, and then we are going to work. I only have one class this morning, which is awesome. And then we are going to paint our green doors this weekend. So if you are in the mood for watching painting video, and we're going to read, I don't know what yet, but we're going to read as well. So if you're in the mood for that, stay tuned. Let's get to know each other, and cheers for the weekend. Y'all, it's raining. I don't know if you can hear it. It's raining today, so oh no, I don't think we get to do any outdoor work. Oh no. I will fix that green stuff up later, because I will do that all at once when I paint the trims. But today's focus was just purely the doors. This is not paint, this is primer, and then you guys seen that one and another one. Don't freak out, this is just a strip to help open up my nostrils so I can breathe, so I don't have to put tissues up my nose, and it's working perfectly. So we're gonna ignore this and we're just gonna focus on what I'm saying. So with this door we have the front and the back, and I only used a primer, so I've sent it down, cleaned it, and this is the primer that I love to use. It's the British Paint 4-in-1 primer, and it's perfect if you have oil paint and you don't want to sand the whole thing down and you just want to put the coat on. Although I would give it a really good sand if your original traditional oil paint is very shiny. For example, when I do these, do you see how shiny these are? Very shiny. So I think I'm gonna have to actually sand down the whole thing, but I'm going to test it for lead because it is a very old house. However, these you can see even through the primer, you can see very matte, very matte. I actually don't mind a matte look on my doors and trims. You don't see as much, like even my ceiling matte, right? It gives it a little bit more of a like a smoother finish. It doesn't stand out in your face, and I don't mind it. So I'm actually going to paint the doors the same color like I painted the ceiling, the same paint, and I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow. So I having a little rest, and I'm looking at my Fable app, and I have 6 books left. So I have 44 books I read this year, and my goal is 50. So it was much higher, but I was a lot busier this year. So we need to read 6 books in 2 months. And you can see how I've been reading through the end of July when I bought my house. So that was just hectic. And now I'm picking up again with my reading. So this month so far we read only 2 books. And I actually need to read, let's read 3 more. So we have about, what is it, like a week and a bit. So I've decided to pick up Revolve. This is book 3. So the Collide and Spiral, you would have seen these on my other vlogs, but we're watching Revolve. We're reading Revolve. So it's about the hockey player and an ice skater, giving me kind of ice breaker vibes. So hopefully it's not. But I think the cover's so cute, and I kind of get to complete the series at the same time, so I'm up to date with these guys. So Revolve by Bal Khabra. Let's get it. We have finished the first coat of our paint, and to be honest, I think I'm going to need another coat or 2, which I will be doing definitely. It's already feeling very fresh, but it's making me want to do the door trims as well. But that one can wait for a little while. So I have finished Revolve as well. I have finished this book. So I'm thinking I am going to leave this book right here, and I'm going to have a talk to you about it while I'm having a sip of my wine and dealing with laundry. So that way, I'm gonna get to do everything all at once. If you don't mind, we shall do that. All right, let's talk about this book. This book is spicy. I think out of all the 3 books, this is the spiciest book. It's giving me a vibe of an icebreaker, that's for sure. And it's reminding me of another book, and I can't put my finger on it. I think it's Fucking Wild. I think where it was about the ice skater and a hockey player, and he started helping her out because he got kicked out of the team for a little while. And then like the dynamic is quite similar, and like the story flows the same. But then it's different. I think Bal Khabra, literally Khabra, not Bal Khabra, sorry. I think she literally put a nice spin on it, I think, with her own style of writing. I also really appreciate that each character had their own family drama. And to be honest, there was 2 spots where I had to put the book down, process the information, and kind of reread it again, where it resonated with me. But I'm going back and I'm going to highlight those parts because they were actually like quite touching. Gonna get another load. The reason I keep getting loads is because I usually just separate our loads and I give them to my kids because they can put their own washing away. They are 9 and 11. They are more than capable of putting their clothes away in their spots. Back to the book. I give this 4 star. The only thing is that I don't like when people just meet and they've been like 6 months or something, and then they just start giving up things for each other, and I feel like that's too short of a time. And even though like everything seems perfect and everything's perfect, and I still feel like they're just, I don't like the books where they're like, I give up everything for you, and you're like, I get it if you like either been in a relationship for like 2 years or you're married, right? But like 6 months, like I've been there, I've done that mistake where 6 months later you think the person's the world and it's not. And they're young, so it's kind of like they're meant to make these mistakes anyway. So kind of true. So yeah, kind of true, but at the same time, I didn't like how fast things went, but that's what it is with contemporary romances. Everything just kind of like, just go, 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 and it's always like, bad boy, good girl, and he changed himself for her, and I mean, we all know how long is that gonna last, to be honest. Very rare. You're lucky if it did last for your life, but very rarely kind of when that happens. So overall, I did enjoy this book. It's like I said, it is much spicier, but I think I still like Kaleido out of all 3 of these. I saw that she's releasing a new book, which is a hockey player, and there's another one coming in 2026. So I think it's part of On the Ice series, but I'm not really sure. So we will kind of keep an eye out on it, but I really enjoy her writing, to be honest. I am a big fan of, if I was to read contemporary romance of Bal Khabra, I'm really enjoying this author. And I think she's hitting the spot when I'm looking for contemporary romance reads. So we're going to leave this at that 4-star read. Really enjoying it, and that is that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to finish off my laundry, I'm going to finish off my glass of wine, and I'm going to start on a new book. I think I'm feeling like a bit of fantasy, and I'm really want to finish, like really catch up with my series. So I'm thinking I'm actually going to take it first. This is the second coat. So do you see how it's already looking a little bit better? Like on a daylight, you can still see the green, and there's another one. But like, yeah, I'm going to need another 2 coats, I think, at least. But this is my bookshelf. So I am thinking, I'm really brewing within my fantasy genre. And I am thinking, I wanted to finish Onyx Storm, but then I'm like, I'm not enjoying the Fourth Wing series, to be honest. Then I wanted to start on the Cassandra Clare's Chronicles of the Castellan book, but I'm going to leave that for the new year because I want to start this, I want to start this, I want to start this series as well. I don't know if you've read that. And yeah, I don't want to start anything new now, but I am thinking I might go for The Throne of Secrets. I've read The Throne of the Fallen and surprised how fast that went. So I'm thinking I might go with that because it's kind of like in the same universe as Kingdom of the Wicked. So, oh, that's backwards. Why are my books backwards? Don't know what's happening over there. But yeah, so I'm thinking I might pick up that guy. But then again, I'm very moody and I don't know if I will. But okay. Anyways, we are going to leave it at that, and I'll see you when I'm making another coat. white door.